Taylor, you must have been super plugged in over the weekend. Your favorite person in the world came to the country, Bibi Netanyahu.
Vladimir Tarasenko. Oh,
okay. He spoke before Congress, and man, did they kiss his ass, Taylor? You'd have loved it. That Fetterman schlub, the guy who's been wearing like shorts and a hoodie for the last 4 years.
If you want to know who rules over you, see who John Fetterman puts a suit on for.
That man was looking sharp. He must have had that thing tailored or something because it fit his fat ass. And they just sucked BB off for the whole time. One of the ladies from the squad, who I know you're a big fan of, Talib or something like that. She's the one that wears the turban, I think, often.
Omar, maybe?
Yeah, something like that. One of those awful people. She had like a sign that said something about genocide. So everybody else is standing clapping, and she's holding her genocide sign. So I know that probably won some love from you over. And then I saw that there was a crowd peacefully protesting outside, and they pulled down the American flags and burnt them while they all chanted, "Burn that shit."
Did you see the cop getting dragged around, or someone like ran?
Was he mutilated?
He was mutilated, dude.
Cops brutalized and mutilated. Literally mutilated. There were dozens of cops were mutilated that day.
Mutilated.
Was there a cop getting dragged around? I actually didn't see
that. He was like trying to stop one fight, and then like someone grabbed him, was yanking him around. The cop didn't look big enough, and I think it might have been a girl cop. Another tally in favor of we need big, heavy, strong boys in positions as police officers. Can't have girls doing it. I'm sorry, everyone. Girls can go do all sorts of important jobs, finger painting.
I'm normally a news junkie, and I'd be tied in on this, seeing every video, but I have a newfound Elden Ring addiction, so I'm a little off the grid.
When we talk about gaming later, I want to revisit that.
Okay.
Scott, did you watch any of these bad eggs causing problems yesterday?
I saw a couple of things on Twitter, them pulling down the flags and stuff like that. I didn't know about that cop getting dragged. You know, that's pretty crazy. Mutilated.
I'm sorry, Hutch. It's just fun.
Hutch was so Hutch. I don't know if I wish we had asked the audience to vote who they thought won the argument, Hutch or Dick Masterson. Clearly, Hutch won every single engagement they had, but like in reality. But I bet it didn't feel like that to some people. But yeah, back to the flag thing. I was thinking about this earlier as I talked to myself a lot. Probably too much. And I was thinking about how there are aspects of the Second Amendment that people try to sort of pick away at, whether it's universal background checks or whatever. And I don't like that. And I feel the same way about the First Amendment. So I despise those flag burning people. I kind of, when I watch them do it, the reptilian part of my brain wants some big fucker to like come out of nowhere and blindside them. Remember those commercials with like the linebacker, the office linebacker, and if you were like flirting with a girl at the water cooler, he'd come and like blindside you, knock the fuck out. I wanted that to happen. I want them to get hurt. I want them to accidentally set themselves on fire while they're doing it. That would be wonderful. But at the same time, that's the whole point of the First Amendment. They've got the right to burn that fucking flag. If there's some ordinance about starting fires in the park, that's a different story. But if anything,
definitely is. There's no way that slipped past the goalie for this many years.
It seems like they stole that. In that instance, they stole a flag and destroyed it. Probably in a place where you're not allowed to make small fires of any kind. So they probably broke 2 or 3 little laws. But as far as like a law against burning the flag, I'm not up for that. You burn it if you want to.
But if you sneeze on a trans flag, you're going to jail for a few years.
Well, that's a different story. That's a hate crime, sir. That's hate crime legislation. We send you to a special prosecutor for that. Guess who picks him?
I agree with like every syllable of what Kyle said. I hate it with all my heart. I do also think there shouldn't be any law against it. And I also see it from another side where the flag burners are always like more blue team than red team, right? I don't see very many Republicans burning flags at all. So I'm like, you fucks are making us look bad. Would you just stop? Yeah. Like, if you want to be anti-supporting Israel, I can get on board with that. I can see arguments for the U.S. not getting themselves in this war. I get it. But why are you burning the U.S. flag as a way to make your point? That's a bad look. You're not convincing people.
And it's not compelling because they're the same people that Scott's right. Like if at that same protest, someone like burned a gay flag, they would be like calling the cops to have that person arrested for being hateful. Like they're like safe edgy. And they're burning the American flag. How crazy. That's so wild. You're going to get in so much. Oh no, you're not. Like it's ridiculous. And it's disgusting to see. I don't like it. Like,
yeah, I don't like it.
We're American,
but that's not the question, right?
You should be able to.
Like it.
Just like you should be able to burn the gay flag if that's what you want to do without going to jail.
If it's yours. If it's yours,
yeah, you can't.
I'm pretty sure if I burnt my own gay flag, then nothing would happen to me.
Probably.
I think
depends where you want.
I think we're just making this up. Like, no one would actually call the cop. Like, nothing would happen.
I mean, people have gotten arrested for like driving, like burning out over the gay crosswalks.
Well, that's different.
That's not the same as burning your own property or like,
they'd have gotten arrested no matter what was painted on those crosswalks.
Really?
They're reckless driving out there. They're doing donuts in the intersection, Taylor. Like, I don't know why we painted.
You don't think that's cool?
Look, frankly, I don't know why we're painting the road with the LGBTQ fucking flag. It's paint it white and yellow so we can see that shit. What are you doing? Why is there
white? Why not black?
Jesus, Kyle, exactly. Why aren't crosswalks black, huh?
Because black absorbs light and white reflects.
Wow, get a load of this, not this Hitler we have. A regular Hitler.
But that is why they're burning the flag.
I think the stoplights should be black.
They see see the United States inviting someone who they view as a literal Hitler in Bibi Netanyahu, someone who's engineering this genocide of 65,000 people or something now, and is doing his best to annex land, and I could be wrong about this. I don't follow their politics, but wasn't his referendum or whatever, his like time in office up, but he's extended it because of we're at war or whatever.
Yes.
Didn't he avoid prosecution of some sort?
That's why he's staying in power, and that's also why he let's just say he at least has a good reason to keep this war going on and on and on. Because maybe when the war ends, he loses power, and maybe when he loses power, he goes to jail. So on the other side, these people are saying they're people being. I've seen some rough shit. I've seen a bunch of burn up kids, man, and like not just like 4th degree, like why don't you just cut those legs off kind of burns. And if you're seeing that shit and you're feeling that, then I could definitely see why you might want to burn a flag when we invite that guy, roll out the red carpet, and then all of our politicians fucking bend over. At least we didn't have Kamala wheel out the Israeli flag like she did for Ukraine, like and stand behind Zelensky.
I can get what you're saying, and like I switch back and forth between like boomer conservative, like if they did that around me, I'd put it like, and also like, yeah, whatever. It's just a flag. But like my issue is it's not just the politicians that they are yelling death to America for. It's not the concept of America. It's literally like in their heads, like we're all tax-paying Americans. At least on record, we're tax-paying Americans, and fucking like because we pay our taxes at gunpoint, mind you, we're adding to the genocide, and it's like this. Like, what else do you want me to do? They'll fucking shoot me if I don't.
Yeah, they'll throw me in prison if I don't pay my taxes. I have no control over what they're going to use the money for. Like, it's not going to be spent on stuff we want.
You can just say, I voted for the other guy, okay? Like Donald Trump would not be funding this war. It's far too expensive.
Yeah,
okay?
Yeah.
That man knows how to pinch a penny, okay? And if anything, he'd be like,
none of this is remotely
That's why he and
true.
Bibi are so close.
Oh, the truth hurts, doesn't it, Woody?
The truth would feel great. This hurts.
If anything, Donald would make a deal with Bibi Netanyahu, and he's like, look, if you're going to annex, 950 square miles? How about we get half? How about you give half of it to us? How about I get to build my resorts there? How about we put American properties there? How about I put a few bases over there? I'd love a new base in the Middle East.
Just doesn't tie in with his record, Kyle. His silliness.
Oh my God, he's a 4D chess playing mastermind running the world. They show him at the G20 and everybody's plotting, and he's just sitting there masterminding, pinky in the brain style,
like trying to stand in front of people, bumping shoulders with them.
Oh, that was alpha as fuck. When he knocked the fucking Duke of Belgium out the fucking way, it's like, what do you think you're doing, Duke?
I'm sorry, your lordship.
Belgian
Trump is like, pay attention to me. I want to be the cool kid.
He's representing us, all right? And the last thing I want is some panty-waisted pussy who's like letting the Duke of Belgium cut in line in front of him and stand in front of the picture and like throw up Belgian gang signs, whatever that shit looks like.
That's so true. This all happened.
You know what? This is how it happened. It's not another fucking fever dream.
No, it's totally true.
I seen it happen. You roll the footage, Zach. Trump's like alpha as fuck coming. He throws on some sun. It's cool as shit. Did
you see?
Look, he has looked pathetic. He has looked petty. He has looked arrogant. He has looked ignorant. But this was not one of those instances. When he saluted the North Korean general, throw that one at me. I got nothing for that shit. But when he bumped,
did you see how many medals the guy had? He was a war hero.
Yeah, it's true. But if he won those medals legitimately, that means he killed Americans winning them.
You earned them all in one battle.
Yeah, like a really busy Thursday.
He's been fighting us since MASH was on. It's the 1950s when the Korean War was.
Yeah. Did you see during the Netanyahu speech? Every time Netanyahu comes into town, the American politicians are like seals, like giving so many standing ovations. It's frankly humiliating. And at one point, Netanyahu got like peeved at how much they were applauding him, like Stalin-esque applause, like they didn't want to sit down and be the first one seen not applauding. And Netanyahu's like, stop applauding, listen. Like the way you would talk to like children if you were a teacher, like, hey, bitches, hey, you're all my bitches. Remember that? Shut up and let me talk. This is about me right now and about you doing what I want.
Yeah, another alpha. Like I get why you like him. You don't have to sell me on Bibi Netanyahu.
My favorite guy.
He commands a room. That's what you want in a despotic leader.
Yeah, he commands an enormous amount of foreign politicians, seemingly.
Yeah, Taylor, I agree. I wish I knew the mechanics of why Netanyahu got so much respect, and it's seemingly like universal. Everybody except Ilhan Omar. Like there's probably two other exceptions. I'm
like, you killed my cousin.
yeah.
It's just like it's just like
not even a blue-red
lobbying
thing. You know, like it's a U.S. government thing. And my theory is that, you know, you give aid to Israel and they give campaign contributions back. And I think it was Hutch who said APAC is not a big contributor, but I don't know. I can't prove it. I don't have any real facts, but I'm like, why are we so fucking lined up?
APAC is an enormously powerful political entity, and they donate to.
But why are they?
Because they give money to politicians.
Okay, then why don't other people just give money to politicians and become incredibly powerful? Like the argument doesn't work. And I'm not saying it's not wrong to some extent, but like, why isn't there a group from fucking Ireland that's just getting their asses kissed over there? Like they don't have the money? Some countries do. How much money does Israel have, and where did they get it?
Let me reply, because the NRA is very, very powerful, but they don't contribute a lot of money to politicians. I think what the NRA brings is a lot of voters. When the NRA says, this is our guy, this is his rating on guns, people look at that and change their vote. I have to imagine that there's something like that happens in APAC too, that it's not just dollars, it's influence.
But you've never seen it. I've never seen the APAC come and like tell my voting bloc that, hey, this guy's 2.5 stars and they're blue Israeli stars. It says 2.5 stars of David. He's not cutting it these days. He's not cutting the mustard. And
well, like that's the thing though, is how many politicians have you seen who have been like, actually, no, I want to cut aid to Israel?
That's true.
None.
Just Elon Omar or whatever.
Yeah, just like two. You're right. Like they clearly are very entrenched in our political process. And they obviously have a bias. All lobbying organizations do. So you like don't have to guess like, why are these politicians who are taking money from APAC, doing stuff pro-Israel? I don't know. The same reason the ones that take money from the NRA do stuff pro-gun. Like they're going to do that. That's what their job is. They're buyable and sellable to the highest bidder. Right here, Politico, APAC is biggest source of GOP dominations or GOP donations during Dem primaries. GOP dominations. They do seem to dominate the GOP. Yeah, they're enormously big in how much they donate, and to the Democrats too. It's not just to the.
I was about to say, then why are the Democrats? Why is Fetterman in a suit? Right? If it's that, it seems to be bipartisan bending over.
That suit shit's embarrassing, honestly. Like I don't care about the applause. That's just good manners. But him putting on that suit is just so out of character.